Alright, hello guys. So this video I do have some good news. I know last video may have sounded a little bit discouraged because when I was doing the ovulation test strips, they were very low, and I was like, and then it rose a little bit, and then it went right back down to like a 0.05 or something like that. But a couple days after that, it did. I did have a peak for my LH. Cycle day 11, I had a peak, and then they said once you get your peak, you should ovulate 24 to 48 hours or 24 to 36 hours. I hear a lot of range. So we did baby dance on cycle day 11 and then cycle day 12. Um, then they also said that when you're tracking your BBT, that your temperature should continue to increase after your ovulation. So I had a temperature, what was it called? BBT peak the day of that I was that I believe that I ovulated. So on that day, I did experience some ovulation cramps, mild cramps. I think it was on my left side, and then some pelvic pain a little bit. But I was experiencing that when I would ovulate prior to having my birth control pills. So they said that your temperature increases as your progesterone rises after ovulation. So right now I've only tracked it 3 days. I think I'm 2 days post ovulation today. So it's going up. After you've been tracking BBT for a little minute, it starts to give you like a cover line on your chart. So the cover line is basically the level at which you're mostly under prior to ovulation, and then where you should be at over the line after ovulation. So right now I've been over that line. My cover line is like 98 degrees, which I think that's about normally what a woman would be around. So then they said so then I saw, then they said, oh yeah, BBT, it continues to rise, but there may be a dip around the time the implantation is supposed to occur. So, but then after that dip, it'll continue to rise. I also saw something because on that Pre-Mom app, they have like a community chat, like posts where you can post things and inquire things and just show your charts and stuff like that and share it with the group. I saw that your ovulation may go back up if you did conceive. So I don't know how accurate that is. I think it's different charts for different women, but I did see consistently that BBT is supposed to increase. So as I was looking at as I was looking at the chart, the calendar for my Pre-Mom app, it said to do PDG, was it? Yeah, PDG test. So it said that I should do that like 5 days after ovulation. So I was like, what is that? I haven't heard of that before. So I decided to look that up. So PDG testing, basically it tests your level of progesterone. I think it's supposed to increase and that will confirm that you actually ovulated. So they said it's supposed to occur. Well, you're supposed to have the highest levels like between 7 and 10 days post ovulation. Um, so I decided to look into that. So I looked on Google and I looked on Amazon, and there's only um, one company that is sort of approved to do the PDG test. With that being said, since there's only one that does it, of course it's a little pricey. I'm gonna open it up with you guys, but this is the ones who do it. So it confirms that you successfully ovulated. So I was in such a rush that I went ahead and bought it without looking at the reviews first. So I bought it, and then I decided to look at the reviews after the fact. So I got mixed reviews. So people are saying that it's not accurate, and then they went to the doctor and did the actual blood test for the progesterone, and then it was false positives and false negatives, and then some people said if you use it correctly that it will be correct. So I bought it too late, I would say, because as I was reading into it, they said that you should do because the way these strips work is if there's one line, it's positive. If there's any two lines, if it's faint, if you can barely see it, whether it's dark or not, if there's two lines, it's negative. So people were saying that they would see a faint line, that it wasn't true. But what it was said, but when I continued to read it, it said that you should do a base test. Basically, you should do a test before you ovulate so that you can compare that to the test strips after you've ovulated. So it's too late for that now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and see what it's looking like. I'm gonna do it when my app told me to do it. So 5 days after ovulation. So I'm gonna do that. This was $30. There's only 5 test strips in here. So I'm gonna open it. I just got it, so I hope I don't break it down. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, so progesterone is the hormone released from the ovary after ovulation. High levels, like I said, is normally 7 to 10 days after suspected ovulation. So if it's positive, then that means ovulation did in fact occur. So they said with these tests, you should take it with your first urine. So in the morning, I guess they have a little chart on here. Yeah, this is what I was saying. If it's positive, there will be, so there should be no line. So any type of faint line is considered negative. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm going to see how it works. These are the test strips. And then they, oh yeah, I seen that they even have like a Facebook or some type of group where they will help you with reading your results. Now, I have been seeing very good reviews about that. They said they get back with you in like a couple of hours. So I'm gonna start doing that in 3 days, and I'll tell y'all how that goes. Oh, I almost forgot. So I did have my oh, and then I'm skipping all over the place. So I think my hormones, my mood, something is, I feel like I'm getting more stable, but they're still all over the place. So this morning I had an attitude for whatever reason. I don't even know what it was for. But my fiance got me some roses in the car. Because I had an attitude this morning. But I feel like it's probably gonna get even worse when I do get pregnant. So when you do watch this video, just know. But oh yes, I did have my breast ultrasound last week. I almost forgot to tell you about that. I had that last week. Basically, I went in, they were like undressed from just the top area, so you remove your shirt and your bra, put on this robe thing. I waited in the waiting area. They took me back. I had to lay flat down. They put some warm gel. Luckily it was warm gel. They did the ultrasound, and basically they said that because I told them I had a biopsy done before, and I thought it was through that place because the place looked familiar, but they couldn't find a record of it. So I was so young, of course my mama did everything for me, so she was like, I think it was through Baylor. So basically they need to compare the biopsy film to the one I just had. They said they were going to request it, so they're going to compare it, and then she says if it didn't got bigger, then I should get it removed, but I don't know about that. So they're going to call me when they figure out what to do with the next steps. So that's how that went. So next video, I will keep tracking my BBT. I'm going to tell y'all how the PDG test goes. And then hopefully my temperature continues to rise. Because, yeah. And then they said to do an HCG test 1 week after the BDC test. The HCG test, the pregnancy test. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to, because that's going to get my anxiety worse. So yeah, next video I'll go over the BBT, how my temperature is looking, the charts is looking, the PDG test, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you for watching.